They're saying Santiago became a terrorist jihadi, that he was inspired by radical Islamic terrorism, and that he had converted to Islam years before joining the U.S. Army, and that his actual name is ISLAMIC. His name is Ashik Ahmad. Judicial Watch's Mark Spencer joins me now. It's good to have you on, Mark. Why hasn't this information that you guys have discovered, why isn't it being widely reported?
Apparently there's a mindset in police management that if you ignore the problem, maybe it'll go away. If you ignore the problem, maybe it doesn't exist. And to defy reality doesn't alter it. Here you have a guy that clearly was influenced by an Islamic jihadist mindset through the change of a name, through his dress, through his conduct, through his dialogue. In police work, we call that a clue, and to avoid the reality, to paint a safe picture, does a great disservice to the community.
Help me out here, Mark. Does ISIS and do the terrorist jihadis, do they purposely target those who are mentally unstable? Is that a route that they take?
I don't know if they purposely target them, but perhaps those type of people are drawn to them. But clearly we see a pattern developing here. Ignoring the problem and labeling it something else doesn't solve the problem. If we can't name a problem, we can't solve it. And what's unfortunate here is by not accurately naming his background and describing who he is and the Islamic terrorist mindset that influenced him, it sadly and unfairly casts a dispersion on the military as if it's their fault, and it's not.
Right. So to your point, you know, even the president has said words to your effect that they go after, that ISIS goes after, you know, the lone wolves. So why is it that the government and the media is not reporting that this was a terror attack, that these 5 who were killed in Fort Lauderdale in the airport were killed by a terrorist attack?
Well, I think possibly if you take this thing called political correctness and then you mix it with a real passive national security strategy and then mix it all up in an unrealistic view of a dangerous world, there's a thought process out there. If we mitigate and parse words away, it will change reality. Oh, it's not an illegal alien, it's an undocumented worker. And he's a disturbed ex-military personnel. No, he's not. He's an active jihadist, and his conduct has clearly demonstrated
and Mark,
that.
you know, there's information I think that you guys have gathered too that he could have come to New York City and the fatalities could have been even more. Is that correct? That his plan was to travel to New York City?
Yes, Scott News did a great job on this. It's very consistent with the reporting and investigation we've done at Judicial Watch over the years. Islamic jihadism is alive and active, not only within the country, within the cities, but on our borders too. And we saw that New York situation in there, but that could just be coincidence. Another thing that struck a chord with us, though, is that he flew through Minneapolis. And Minneapolis is another hotbed for Islamic jihadist terrorism and activity. So it's speculation, you don't know.
I hear what you're saying, but let me just clarify. It was, the plan was he wanted to come to New York City on New Year's Eve. Mark Spencer, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, and we welcome you, and we want you to come back on the show. Love having you.
Hopefully it was helpful. Take care.
Okay.